said something about, you know, if I can stop buying some cars and focus on what I have and sell a few cars, I'll be much better off. And lo and behold, what can I tell you? I went out. This is a 2003 Bentley Arnage T, and I found this car at an auction in California, salvage auction. It was in Copart, and it seemed like it got bid on a few times, but never made the reserve, and just happened over and over again. And then what I noticed is, you know, after a while they posted a buy it now price. It was a little bit too high for me, and then they lowered it again, and it was kind of in the money, and then they also included a make an offer, so I threw an offer in. The car was supposed to have ran and drove, so that was really the main reason why I bought it, is that it only had 58,000 miles and it ran and drove, and you know, I thought it may be a good deal if it's a running driving car with only 58,000 miles. Unfortunately, when I bought it, I paid for it, and you know what auctions are like, you put your hand up and you go in the car. When the driver came to collect it, he told me the car wouldn't run, and so I had to call the auction up and have them load the vehicle onto his trailer. I was thinking it may be just, you know, bad batteries or something like that. I mean, that could happen. So when the car arrived, I, you know, tried to jump it using battery packs, not a you know, 120 volt charger, and it wouldn't start. And we eventually unloaded it. We just unloaded it by pulling it out of the trailer, and I dragged it over here where it sits. Tried a couple of things to get it going. It wouldn't go, and you know, eventually I tried to do a couple of different things. So I checked all the fuses. All the fuses are fine, and you know, I tried a couple of other things, like maybe the remote control wasn't working, maybe it's like an immobilizer issue, maybe if I lock and unlock the doors it would fix itself, but actually it made it worse. So when I locked the doors, it set the alarm off, and when I unlocked them, and it just would not stop setting the alarm off. So now the alarm is just constantly going off, and I'm not sure what to do about it. I've had to disconnect the battery, but you know, long and short, basically it's covered in dirt because it's been, you know, at the salvage yard for God knows how long, but the body is actually pretty straight. I remember seeing this car, and I'm pretty sure it's this car, back on IAA in California as well, but back in September. And I think I may have actually tried to buy it back then, but the car, it was indicated to have side damage, even though I couldn't see any kind of side damage. And it sold, and I'm guessing it's the same car because I ran the VIN and against the vehicle history report, and it indicates that it had some kind of side damage. So either it's been repaired or something else is going on. Body's fine, except the wheels are kind of like gouged. All four of them are in pretty bad shape. The rear driver's side doesn't even hold air. I have a problem now that I've locked and unlocked the doors. The two doors on the driver's side won't open. They won't open from the inside, and they won't open from the outside. I'm not sure what the deal is. Let me get the light over here so you can see what I can see. But the interior is just beautiful. I mean, it's in great shape. I don't see any damage to the headliner. I don't see any airbags going off or anything else like that. So it may have been repaired, you know, for the side impact. I have no idea. Car shows 58,000 miles. I did a vehicle history report. Vehicle history report has consistency, so it would indicate that the mileage is genuine, but thing doesn't want to start. I don't know what's going on. None of these doors open. None of them. So even if I try to open them from the inside, they don't open. So the only door that opens is the is the passenger side front. Looked like somebody tried to get into the trunk of this car. Initially I thought, the car was listed with rear end damage, and I thought that the damage was to the rear panel, but the rear panel actually looks pretty straight. The trunk is in the lock state, which is easy to fix. All I have to do is pull that lever and it'll unlock it. But it looks like, if I can lift this up, you can see that that's the ground underneath me, and it looked like somebody busted open the spare wheel carriage. So I don't know whether that's the damage, or that is somebody trying to get into the trunk so they can access the batteries, and they figured that the easiest way to do it is to cut the piece of plastic that's the spare wheel well. Where are we now? Bumper's a little bit out of alignment, but it just looks like the bumper just needs to be put right. So there's a wheel that's got a gouge in it. Now when I try to put air in this tire, it just leaks out the side. So you can see right there. Can you see that? Huge gouge. Pretty much the same deal's going on. Let me go around the other side. Got caught up with something. There you go. So again, on this wheel, giant gouge. See that? So, not sure exactly what happened to this car. It looked like it may have, been curbed and just caused some kind of damage, like some high-speed curb or something like that. If it was damaged on the side, I really don't see any damage. Everything here is as straight as an arrow. I mean, I have a pretty good eye for lines and stuff like that, and I don't see any damage there. But I could be wrong, and obviously the car is dirty, so I may be able to find something once I get a closer inspection, once the car is clean. But my biggest problem right now is that the thing doesn't run. The only key that I have with the car is a valet key. I know this because it basically only opens the doors or unlocks the doors, and it only unlocks the ignition. It doesn't work on the trunk, and it doesn't work on the glove box. I don't know whether the key has a built-in immobilizer. The key does not function at all. I checked the battery on the key. I replaced the battery on the key, but the original battery was showing around 3.14 volts. The replacement battery shows about the same, so there was nothing wrong with the battery. What else? I did put some questions to the forum to some of the owners. The owners indicate that the immobilizer and the alarm are two different circuits, so one shouldn't really affect the other. So I'm not sure exactly what's going on there. But needless to say, the remote control doesn't lock or unlock the doors, and we have the problem that we have right now where the car won't start. I did call Bentley, and Bentley told me that they don't make keys for these cars anymore, which is mind-boggling because it was a $200,000 car when it was new. It's not really that old. It's only 17 years old, and I can get keys for my '84 Rolls Royce tomorrow, so I don't understand why this is an issue. But apparently they don't make any keys for them. I don't know what the solution is, whether I can relock the car with keys from a parts car, whether I can buy a full set of keys, whether I need to replace the computer for the alarm ECU and the immobilizer ECU. If I decide to go that way, I'm not sure. So I have a lot of questions. If anyone here is a Bentley Arnage owner, these cars are brand spanking new to me. The only thing I recognize about these cars is the BMW climate control panel. I'd be interested for your input. So, but yeah, this is where I am. You know, my action plan right now is to give the likes of Flying Spares and Intro Car a call and see if they've run across this issue and what they've done. They may be able to sell me something that would solve my problem. I'm also going to give another Bentley dealer a call and see what they say, and you know, I hope. I'm also planning on charging up the batteries, making sure the batteries are fully charged next time I try, because maybe it's a problem with low voltage. That's what I've been hearing from some people, that the alarm goes off if there's a low voltage issue. But I'll try a couple of different things and see what happens. You know, ultimately I need to do something with this car. I'd hate for it to turn into a parts car. It may end up actually becoming a parts car if I can't do anything with it. But let's hope it doesn't. Alright guys, so keep tuned. This is another car that I have. I will get back on the Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow hopefully by next week. I have a couple of other things that I need to take care of. So, but you know, it's definitely on my agenda, and I want to put the exhaust on and at least, you know, flush the brake system, put the exhaust on, and see if I can make it reliable. All right, thanks very much. Take care.